Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Comrade President, sir, before you came, I had an interaction with your colleagues as to what the leadership led by you will be remembered for. Quite a number of things has been said. I'll leave some of them till evening. However, you've heard what he said now. It was said yesterday, COC for C legacy, COC for C president, COC for C money, COC for C gender inclusivity. They added another one today. They say COC for CINEC chairman. Somebody say no, it cannot be. They say COC for C future president of Nigeria. So which one we want for him? Future INEC chairman or future president? Future president. So COC for C. Boza. Esteemed comrades, welcome to the third and final day of the PENGASSAN Energy and Labor Summit. 3 days of robust conversation, of technical conversations, and of conversation that has also questioned how we handle our health, our emotions, and our general well-being. It is the primary aim of the Pulse Summit to make us a whole body of professionals for the oil and gas industry, not just skilled in our respective technical units or departments, but have an overview of everything that goes on in the oil and gas industry, and at the same time reminding us that the health and well-being of ourselves is the ultimate goal for this union, and indeed the ultimate price we need to pay to keep these wells running and the oil flowing from our respective FPSOs across the country. My name is Sir Richmond Osuji. Today is going to be short in terms of this morning's activity, but however, we have an evening event. I told you, it is a masked ball event we're having this evening. If you've not got your marks as of yet, you can talk to any of the women who are putting the masked ball together. I'm sure Madam Ada would be of great help, herself and the members of our team. If you need to buy one, that is, we're not giving them for free. Yesterday I was told that we had some people who are not PENGASSAN members coming to the room. It is why I always ask you to take care of your personal belongings, because at any break that we have, we cannot really blame our security details. Any loophole, people would come in. So please take care of your personal belongings whilst you are here. Now let us get into the business of this morning. This morning, we'll be listening to our president talk to us by way of his opening comments. However, he will also give us an overview of the communique, what our rapporteurs have put together for today. We will get an introduction into the quadrennial national delegate conference that will be happening tomorrow. And then we would listen to one of our past leaders, past presidents, who's been with us since we started. And then a goodwill message will come from the General Secretary of the TUC. We'll take a few more goodwill from affiliate unions who have been attending with us since Monday. We'll present a few words and then we'll take our final comments today from our General Secretary, and lunch will end it. But please, let's not proceed to lunch until we are done with everything we're doing today. Again, to inform you, we're live on Channels TV. We're also live on AIT, I'm told, as well. So AIT and Channels TV are carrying this event live. If you want anybody in your organization or family to follow these proceedings and see you giving attention or pressing your phone, tell them to tune in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have said it yourself. He brought sanity to the association. He brought peace to the association. He brought clarity of purpose and vision to the association. He has given us an election season like we've never had before, which was why some are thinking he should become the next INEC chairman. But someone said he has done so well that Nigeria deserves his leadership style as president. But he is still our president. One final time as president at Pels, welcome, comrade, engineer, Festus Osifo. See you, Osifo! See you, Osifo!
Solidarity, forever. Solidarity, forever. Moving train, Aluta, Victoria, Great Pengassan, Women are great. Our agenda. Train a woman. Educate a woman. Ignore the women. Ignore the women. Credit alert to me. Credit alert to you. Credible credit alert for one. Solidarity. Solidarity. Great Nigerian workers. Great Nigerian workers. Ever intelligent Nigerian workers. The nation building Nigerian workers. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest Nigerian workers. Great PENGASSAN. Please, let's have our seats, comrades. Good morning to every one of us. And it's good to see us this morning as vibrant, as solid as ever. After 3 days, we are still extremely gallant. That makes us the comrades that we are. Please, let's give a round of applause to every one of us for keeping pace in the last 3 days. I mean, for NEC members of PENGASSAN, we were here till late night yesterday, and it was quite amazing. Every NEC member of PENGASSAN, give shout out to yourself. Woo! I can see a non-NEC member there raising off his hand. Don't worry, you'll be a NEC member one day. The past presidents of PENGASSAN, our fathers, our leaders, the conscience of this association, they've been with us through the entire week. They left everything that they are doing back home to be with us. And if you notice, they always sit down to the end of the program. Please, let's give I'm thinking between 7 Boza and a clap ovation. Which one do we choose? 7 Boza. Let's go ahead. 7 Boza to our past leaders, past presidents. Boza, 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 Boza. Thank you so much, our elders. Thank you so much, our leaders. Thank you for always being part of us, in the last 6 years and even beyond. Past president of PENGASSAN, Comrade Austin Ezewaka. I always like calling the years itself so that you will know that I don't just end it as past president. I try to attach the years so that in your calculations, I know some people as of 1992, they were still in the other world. I can see one laughing right there. Past president of PENGASSAN, 1990 to 1992, retired from the service of NNPC in 2003. Comrade Austin Ezewaka, we appreciate you, sir. When I had a conversation at a particular time with the former GCO of NNPC, Mele Kyari, he said the person that inspired him to serve in PENGASSAN, where he rose up to become the group GMD as at then, the group managing director of NNPC and later GCEO, and the person that inspired him to serve in PENGASSAN, that made him to also contest as the president of PENGASSAN in 1998. That his role model in PENGASSAN was Comrade Austin Ezewaka. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And also, closely following him is our elder. He retired from Chevron several years back. A leader par excellence. He was the president of PENGASSAN during June 12th, where they labored and struggled for democracy. And we have actually protested to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We've said this before him. I don't know, I'm not mentioning it to you, that there are some people that you've left out. in the honors of those that struggled for June 12th. And at the time, even the president attested to the man and the name Gani Owoduni. He was president of PENGASSAN in 1994. We appreciate you, sir. We thank you so much. He worked out. Great Nigeria. Our Chevron chairman, you dey carry our partner. Now our president too. Not be Chevron president too, eh? Solidarity. Then seated close to him, you all know him. He's our teacher, our mentor, the man popularly referred to as Godfather. I think he retired from his service of NNPC at all in 2015. Okay. From NNPC, the year 2015. Comrade, Energy for Tomorrow, Comrade Brown Ogbefu, President PENGASSAN 2003 to 2005. Forever. Thank you so much, our presidents. We appreciate you. Then we also have the general secretaries, past general secretaries in the house. We have Comrade Tiki Narebo. He was general secretary of PENGASSAN for about 4 years or thereabout. And before then, he was also a deputy general secretary. He later moved on to the service of Chevron, where he has since retired. You are highly appreciated, sir. Thank you for your service to us all. We appreciate you. Next to him is Father Kinte, who was also the General Secretary of PENGASSAN. He's a PhD holder. So, Comrade Dr. Father Kinte, I think today he rebuilt the youth, he built Nigerians by still teaching great Nigeria. I think he's a lecturer at University of Lagos, right? Lecturer at University of Lagos, where he's still impacting on more lives. You could see that our elders, they are never tired. Even when they leave the association to move on, they still contribute to building communities and to building people. Next is the man we often refer to as administrator par excellence. When you see the letters written by Bayo Oluwoshile there, you will see plenty grammar in it. In fact, if it's these days, you would have consulted ChatGPT for you to even dissect some of those grammars. We appreciate you, sir. Comrade Bayo Oluwoshile. The man that has just joined them, whom I know, if he was available, he would have been here since we started this program. But currently, he's a student in National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru, studying hard to bag MNI. He arrived from Kuru yesterday. He wants to be like the Secretary General of TUC. But we have charged him that he must come with a dagger. That's the minimum standard. If there is no dagger attached, don't come back. Comrade, my very close friend, we worked together for over 5 years. Him as General Secretary, I as your humble servant in this position, an administrator par excellence, Comrade Lumumba Okubawa, so popularly referred to as Sweet Lumi. Forever. MNI in the making. MNI in the making. TUCSG, don't jealous also. MN, no I yet. Our former deputy presidents of PENGASSAN, starting from the first one, for all those that are seated here today, Saint Wali, the only living saint in PENGASSAN, Comrade Mustafa Wali, MNI. We appreciate you, sir. Oh, sorry, before him, I didn't see, okay, seems he just came in, right? Comrade Babatunde Ogun, sorry, he just came in. Past president, PENGASSAN, 2008 to 2014. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir. Then we have other former deputy presidents in the house. We've had Comrade Adamu Umoru. We have had Comrade Frank Sanubi. We have had Comrade Matthew Duru. We have had Comrade Owan Abwa. Then we have Comrade Kabiru Danazumi. He's the youngest of the past deputy presidents. We appreciate you, sir. He started serving in this administration before he was promoted, to senior calling. Then also, I wish to sincerely appreciate the strong delegation from the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, led by the Secretary General, my very good friend, my very close brother, that we work assiduously on a daily basis together to improve the plight of Nigerian workers. He's a man that went to NIPS. He didn't just bag the MNI, but there was a dagger attached to it. Comrade General N.A. Toro, PhD, MNI, dagger. Forever. No stopping. Secretary General of TUC. Closely seated is Comrade Williams Adegbe, who is a trustee of the TUC and also the National President of Hotel and Personal Services Seniors Association of Nigeria. We appreciate you. You've been with us from day one. We thank you for all you do. Forever. Then we have, let me quickly jump, I did cite him earlier, a Deputy President of TUC, the only expatriate, the only Nigerian expatriate in the TUC NAC, and in fact the entire TUC, is the President of Food, Beverage, Tobacco Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Comrade Jimo Oibo. Lose the election, is a High Chief par excellence. Then we have our women leader, rightly seated there. She's been here at 12 from day one, Comrade Esther Asabe. We appreciate you, ma'am. Our strength. Then also we have the President of ASUS, Comrade Adigo. We appreciate you, sir. Forever. We have the President of Shipping, a very gentle man, but a man of aluta to the core, Comrade Asonye. We appreciate you. Forever. We have this General Secretary, the only Executive Secretary in TUC, Comrade Adeboshin. We appreciate you, sir. And the entire CWC members of PENGASSAN, I appreciate you for the wonderful work that you've been doing in the last 3 days, in the last 3 years, and indeed the last 6 years. The National Industrial Relations Officer of PENGASSAN, Comrade Ifeanyi Dalitin Eze. We appreciate you. Forever. The National Treasurer of PENGASSAN, Comrade David Owan. We appreciate you, sir. The General Secretary of PENGASSAN, Comrade Jerry Ama. We appreciate you, sir. No stopping. The National Chairperson, TUC, PENGASSAN Women Commission, Comrade Ada Miriam Umbanaso. Okay, I think she's outside trying to get some things right. No controversy. Our strength. The Secretary, the National Secretary, PENGASSAN Women Commission, Comrade Chidima Ayao. We appreciate you, ma. And also, we have the National Auditor 2 of PENGASSAN, Comrade S.A. Okusi. Then closely, the Zonal Chairman, here seated, we have the Zonal Chairman, Wari Zone, Comrade Tosin Olowolagba. Great Nigeria. Comrade Abeng Eyam, Lagos Zonal Chairman. Backward never. Comrade Sanusi Dauda, Kaduna Zonal Chairman. Forever. Comrade George Owoko, Port Harcourt Zonal Chairman. And also, we have some zonal secretaries here seated. We have Comrade Okeke Unana, forever. These are all CWC members. I can't cite the rest, but we have the CFO. The CFO, we appreciate you. Comrade Wilson as Sekutu. No controversy. You are highly appreciated. We have a lot of former leaders in the house. I will just mention a few, just as point of contact to the others. We have Lady Rose, the pioneer chairperson, women in PENGASSAN. We appreciate you, ma. She has done a lot for the upliftment of women in PENGASSAN, for the upliftment of PENGASSAN, and for the growth of the association over the years. Ever backward, never. Our strength. Lose election. We have Comrade Kakiti. Comrade Kakiti was former Warri Zonal Chairman. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Great Nigeria. We have Comrade Friday Utono, former Port Harcourt Zonal Chairman. Forever. We have Elder Peter Ebewele, former Warri Zonal Secretary. Great Nigeria. We have Prince Audu Peter Osho Baba Oshoko Wale. Yeah, Choco, popularly referred to as Choco Milo. We appreciate you. We have I will come there. I can't see anyone there again. Okay, comrade. We have Jelly Wanagu, former Warri Zonal Chairman. Now, forever. We have Comrade Whiskey Essay. Whiskey Essay, I saw him outside earlier, a former Warri Zonal Chairman as well. Forever. We have a quite number of former CWC members here seated with us today. Then also we have other elders in the house who have served this association as NEC members, as leaders of respective sectors. We have Comrade Ruben Agbobu, former branch chairman of DBN. We appreciate you. We thank you for all you've done for PENGASSAN and all that you are still doing. Forever. We have the former GEC chairman in the house as well. He's still, he left PENGASSAN a while ago, but still committed to the cause. Comrade Prince Emir Okori, we appreciate you. Forever. We have a former GEC chairman, a very good friend, a committed fellow, the man that will work together to start changing the fortunes of our members in NNPC after several years. Comrade Victor Odo, we appreciate you, sir. Forever, former GEC chairman, NNPC group. Then we have, sorry if I am, Faye to Sorrow, is she in the house? Okay, she was around yesterday. We appreciate you and all that you do. We also have Comrade Michael Shobuge. I don't know if he's here today. Yeah. Great Nigeria is an elder. Great Nigeria, an elder and a former chairman of Transition. We have quite a number of them here seated this afternoon. We are comrades, for all those elders in the house, if I didn't call your name, know that I didn't see your face. So I'm sorry for that. But I've used this as a point of contact to us all. And who? Comrade Mike Agbana. How can I omit Comrade Mike Agbana? Hospital too far. We appreciate you, sir. He was the Warri Port Zonal Secretary, 2003 to 2005. And later as well, he was chairman of Port Harcourt Refineries. We appreciate you, Comrade Mike Agbana. Thank you so much. And also, yes, Bayelsa State TUC Secretary, the man that said he lost election by 1 vote. We appreciate you. Forever. Most of them that I have just called, they've retired from Continua, train the world. They've retired from their respective, thank you, sir. They've retired from their respective services, but they are still committed to the core. Whenever you call on them, they are here to work with us. They are here to support us from behind. We appreciate you all for all that you do. We thank you for your service to humanity. We thank you for your service to mankind. Our distinguished NEC members, we appreciate you all. In fact, yesterday we had a validatory NEC section. I think for the first time, some people saw my tears. Yeah, I became relatively emotional because I think it was a setup. I appreciate you all. We've bonded like family. We've bonded like brothers, like sisters. Collectively, we fought together. Collectively, we advocated together. We have been one united family in the last years. I couldn't have asked for a better NEC members than every one of us. I appreciate you from the depth of my heart. I appreciate you with everything in me. The successes that we've recorded in PENGASSAN would not have been possible if not for your commitment, if not for your dedication, and if not for the fact that you gave it all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Tomorrow, we'll give the proper validatory speech. All the NEC members in the house, please give yourself a clap applause. Thank you so much, comrades. To our delegates and members of the respective congresses, thank you for finding time to attend this program. And I think we have learned, a lot in the course of the last 3 days. This is what we do. This is a program that we felt would change the narrative, we felt would deepen PENGASSAN and make PENGASSAN part of the policy makers in the industry. We thank you for giving it an additional flavor. We thank you for giving it an additional coloration. We appreciate you. Then for all the members of PENGASSAN Women Commission, a shout out to you all. No controversy. We appreciate our strength. We appreciate Train the World. We appreciate you all for the support that you've rendered to the national leadership, for the support that you've rendered to us as well, and for all that you are doing to make PENGASSAN a going concern. To members of the press, we appreciate you. We have partnered together in the last 6 years. We have been friends, we have been colleagues. This program wouldn't have been seen by Nigerians and indeed all over the world if not for the great job that you do on a daily basis. We appreciate you. So comrades, in the last 3 days, we have brainstormed on issues that are bordering on our industry. Today, we want to present the communique to the world. We want to present the communique of our findings, our resolutions, and our recommendations in the last 3 days. Permit me to quickly go through the communique. This is the communique issued at the end. Sorry, I think before I go, I missed. The cameras were blocking her. Madam Tokpe, I think I saw her earlier. Yeah, you are highly appreciated. A very strong CWC member. She served as Kaduna Zonal Secretary. You are appreciated, man. communique issued at the end of a 3-day PENGASSAN Energy and Labor Summit, PEARLS, organized by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, held from August 19th to 21st, 2026 at the Congress Hall of Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. Background: the 5th edition of PENGASSAN Energy and Labor Summit, with the theme strengthening regulatory framework as a catalyst for stability and growth in Nigeria oil and gas industry, took place in Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. The summit brought together representatives of the federal government, regulators, national and international oil companies, organized laborers, investors, industry professionals, and other stakeholders to examine the regulatory, commercial, and labor conditions required to unlock sustainable growth in Nigeria oil and gas industry. The summit primarily focused on driving critical conversations among stakeholders and high-level participants on complex challenges confronting operations in the industry, especially as they affect PIA amendment, regulatory uncertainties, oil and gas investment, policy consistencies, investment incentives, efficient execution, and protection of workers and host communities. Following the keynote addresses, expert presentations, and extensive engagement, the summit observed and resolved as follows. 1. Regulatory certainties and investor confidence. The summit acknowledged the Petroleum Industry Act 2021 as a significant milestone in the reform of Nigeria petroleum industry. However, it observed that the long-standing capital required for oil and gas development depend not only on the existence of laws and regulations, but on their predictability, durability, transparency, and consistent application. The summit, therefore, called for a greater stability in Nigeria's fiscal and regulatory environment, and urged government and regulatory institutions to minimize abrupt policy changes and ensure adequate stakeholder consultation before material changes are introduced. It further recommended smarter regulations and embracing technology, improved coordination among regulatory and government institutions to eliminate overlapping mandates, repetitive approvals, and conflicting directives, thereby reducing Nigeria's cost premium and improving the competitiveness for global energy capital. 2. Regulation must enable investment and deliver results. The summit emphasized that regulations should protect Nigeria's national interests, workers' communities, investors, safety, and the environment, while simultaneously enabling legitimate business to invest and operate efficiently. It therefore called for smarter and outcome-driven regulations supported by digitalization, clear timelines, faster approvals, and transparent processes. Regulatory effectiveness should ultimately be measured by its ability to facilitate responsible investment, increase production, greater revenue, protect workers, and create sustainable national value. The summit welcomed the commitment of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, to continually review regulations to determine whether they are achieving their intended outcomes and to maintain transparent and time-bound licensing processes. Number 3, investment, production, and sustainable employment. The summit recognized the direct relationship between regulatory certainty, investment projects, production, government revenue, and sustainable employment. It noted that Nigeria competes with other jurisdictions for finite global capital and cannot rely solely on the size of its hydrocarbon resources to attract investment. The country must offer competitive fiscal and commercial terms, security, predictable regulations, and efficient project executions. The summit therefore urged government and regulators to consolidate recent reforms and incentives that have stimulated renewed investment and final investment decisions and ensure that Nigeria remains internationally competitive for capital. Number 4, gas as an engine for industrialization. The summit observed that Nigeria possesses enormous gas resources with over 215 TCF of proven reserves, but continue to face significant challenges in converting these resources into reliable energy, industrial growth, and economic prosperity. It called for an integrated national approach to gas development, encompassing upstream supply, processing facilities, pipeline storage, LNG, LPG, and CNG infrastructures, alongside commercially sustainable gas pricing, bankable offtake arrangements, and credit-worthy customers. The summit further urged accelerated utilization of gas for power generation, manufacturing, transportation, fertilizers, petrochemicals, and domestic cooking, while reducing routine flaring and methane emissions and converting otherwise wasted gas into economic value. Number 5, domestic refining and value addition. The summit called for sustained policies and investment to expand Nigeria's domestic refining capacity and reduce the economic inefficiency of exporting crude oil while importing significant volumes of refined petroleum products. The need to protect refineries such as Dangote Refinery, Watersmith Refinery, etc. within Nigeria jurisdiction was emphasized. Nigeria must progressively retain more values from its petroleum resources through domestic refining, petrochemicals, gas processing, and other value-adding activities capable of generating employment, conserving foreign exchange, and stimulating industrial growth. Number 6, workers' rights and industrial harmony. The summit affirmed that capital and labor are complementary rather than competing interests. Sustainable business requires investment and profitability, while sustainable investment equally requires skilled, motivated, and fairly treated workers. It therefore called for stronger protection of jobs, accrued benefits, pensions, collective bargaining agreement, and other established rights of workers, particularly during mergers, acquisitions, divestment, and asset transfers. The summit stressed that industrial harmony means more than the absence of strike. It requires justice, mutual respect, effective communication, responsible engagement, fair labor practices, and shared prosperity. Occupational health and safety must remain non-negotiable, and increased production must never be achieved at the expense of life or well-being of any Nigerian worker. Number 7, Nigerian content, expatriate quarter, and human capital development. The summit called for the Nigeria content implementation to progress beyond procurement targets towards building Nigerian companies and professionals capable of competing locally on competence, quality, governance, and cost. It further called for stronger enforcement of expatriate quota requirements to ensure that foreign expertise is deployed principally where genuine skill gap exists and is accompanied by measurable knowledge transfer, understudy arrangement, and succession plan for qualified Nigerians. Nigeria must deliberately develop a future-ready workforce through continuous technical training, digital capability, leadership development, and emerging energy skills. Number 8, security, host communities, and infrastructure. While acknowledging recent improvements in the security of petroleum infrastructures and reduction in crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism, the summit called for sustained collaborations among government, security agencies, operators, host communities, and other stakeholders to consolidate these gains. The summit reaffirmed that host communities must be genuine partners in petroleum development and call for effective implementation of the Host Community Development Trust Framework under the PIA. Number 9, execution must now be the priority. The summit observed that Nigeria already possesses significant resources, laws, institutions, policies, and human capacity. The critical challenge is the ability to convert this advantage to bankable projects and measurable outcomes. It therefore calls for stronger execution discipline, measurable targets, clearly assigned institutional responsibilities, and transparent monitoring of commitments. Policies must translate into implementation, resources into projects, projects into production, production into values, and investment into sustainable jobs and national prosperity. Number 10, collaboration and shared responsibility. The summit unanimously recognized that no single stakeholder can deliver the desired transformation of the Nigeria oil and gas industry alone. Government must provide stable and competitive policies. Regulators must protect the national interest while enabling responsible investment. Operators and investors must deploy capital responsibly and uphold safety and labor standards. Community must be genuine development partners, while labor must continue to champion productivity, professionalism, workers' welfare and rights, skill development, and constructive industrial relations. The summit consequently called for deeper and more structured collaborations among government, regulators, NNPC Limited, operators, investors, organized labor, and host community in resolving industry bottlenecks and accelerating investment and production. Number 11, action points. To ensure these recommendations do not remain in the level of discussions, stakeholders should take practical steps towards implementation. What is in there for government and policy makers? Government should continue to provide a stable and coherent policy environment for the petroleum industry. Outstanding issues relating to the implementation of PIA should be addressed in a transparent and timely manner. The recent executive orders issued by the President and Commander-in-Chief should be submitted to the National Assembly as an executive bill to amend the PIA. This should be transparently done, and all stakeholders in the industry must be carried along. They should also prioritize the rehabilitation and development of critical energy infrastructures and address wider issues, including security and other factors that increase the risk and cost associated with investment. What should the regulatory authorities do? Regulatory bodies should maintain the principle of being firm, fair, and fast in the discharge of their responsibilities. They should provide clear regulatory requirements, improve the speed of approvals, ensure consistency in decision making, and strengthening communication with industry stakeholders. They must develop KPIs to monitor regulatory performance, and these should be assessed by the result achieved in the industry rather than simply by the number of regulations issued, licenses issued, or approvals issued. For the operators and investors, they should make compliance an integral part of their corporate culture and not simply something undertaken in response to regulatory pressures. Companies should continue to invest in their employees, safety, training, and professional development while promoting productivity and operational excellence. Management should also maintain open communication with workers and organized labor in order to build trust and prevent avoidable disputes. PENGASSAN and labor relations. What should we do? PENGASSAN should continue to protect the legitimate interests and welfare of its members, while also promoting productivity, professionalism, and the sustainability of the enterprises in which we work. They should strengthen its role in promoting continuous dialogue, early resolution of disputes, skills development, and knowledge transfer. It should also remain actively engaged in discussions on the future of petroleum industry, investment, energy transition, and employment. Then for the academia, that is the educational institutions, PTDF, universities, technical colleges, and industry stakeholders should strengthen partnership aimed at producing workers who are ready for the realities of the modern day energy sector. More attention should be given to practical trainings, research, modern laboratories, apprenticeship, and industry-based learning. Training should also reflect emerging areas of energy industry rather than focusing exclusively on traditional skills because there are new modern trends that are emerging. For all the joint stakeholders, what actions are they required to take? Government, regulators, employers, organized labor, and educational institutions should establish stronger platform for regular engagement on the challenges facing the industry. There should be a measurable target for investment, production, employment, infrastructure, and skill development, with progress reviewed periodically. Conclusions. PELS 2026 established a clear consensus that Nigeria does not suffer from lack of petroleum resources. They don't suffer from human capacity or market opportunities. The fundamental challenge is converting this advantage into investment, converting infrastructure, production, sustainable employment, and shared prosperity into what you and I could reckon with. The summit, therefore, reaffirms that Nigeria's oil and gas industry require a regulatory environment that is stable but responsive, rigorous but efficient, proactive but enabling, capable of inspiring the long-term confidence required for a multi-billion-dollar investment. Ultimately, the strength of Nigeria's oil and gas industry will not be measured merely by the resources beneath the ground, but by the project delivered, by the value created, by the Nigerian capability developed, and decent jobs sustained, and prosperity generated for the Nigerian people. The opportunity is enormous. The responsibility is shared. Execution must be now. Execution must be made priority. Before I take my seat, I wish to also recognize, I saw the former national PRO and also former branch chairman ExxonMobil walked in. Comrade Aniete Udo is a comrade par excellence. We appreciate you. And also to my brother Ichipi, the former and the immediate past zonal chairman of Port Harcourt Zone. You are highly, the immediate past zonal vice chairman, Port Harcourt Zone. You are highly appreciated. Thank you so much for coming. So, comrades, I salute you all. Gentlemen of the press, this is the communique from the summit in the last 3 days. Long live PENGASSAN. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Solidarity. Thank you so much. We appreciate.
All right, thank you very much. Please give the president one more round of applause. Thank you. So, as you heard him say, tomorrow there is the delegates conference, which it used to be one of the common places people came together before PELS. So we're going to listen briefly about that conference from our president again. So he's going to talk to us more like an opening, prepping our minds for what will happen tomorrow. Please, President, back here again.
Solidarity. So, comrades, as you rightly know, we collectively agreed some years back, last year actually, as that any year we are having our delegate conference, that when we are having PELS that year, the PELS will as well serve as the public section for the delegate conference, so that we will not have multiple events in a year. So what that means is that, we presented a communique from PELS, but now it's more or less like an intro to the delegate conference that we're going to be having tomorrow. So comrades, tomorrow we'll be having our delegate conference at the International Conference Center here in the city of Abuja. And this is the first quadrennial delegate conference that we are going to have. If you remember, initially we were having a biennial delegate conference during the time of Comrade Brown Ogbefun. Sometime in 2004, thereabout, the constitution was amended, and we now moved from the triennial delegate conference, the biennial delegate conference, to the triennial. But also looking at the trends and how things move, most especially when our umbrella body, the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, amended this constitution to move to the quadrennial delegate conference. So we decided to also reflect it in our constitution, and we now moved to the quadrennial delegate conference. So tomorrow, the first quadrennial delegate conference of PENGASSAN is going to happen starting from today. So we're already in the mood of celebration. We're already in the mood of, I think all our delegates, they've all arrived. That is why you could see the attendance of this year's PELS. It's much more than what it used to be, because most of our delegates are already here seated. So, comrades, what we intend to do tomorrow, is to move directly to the private section. And in that private section, we'll talk to ourselves, and we go principally into elections proper. So tomorrow majorly is going to be private section, and all our affiliate unions, they are all expected, they've all been invited for the quadrennial delegate conference. Of course, TUC, they are also invited. As someone said, are you inviting yourself? But beyond me, we have all our leaders of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria seated right here and now. I could see some of our presidents also came in. The immediate past president of SATRI, who is also a trustee of TUC, Elder Benjamin Akintola, comrade. We appreciate you, sir. Then we have the president of Textile. He's also here with us. He's the PRO of TUC, Comrade Babatunde Alamutu. You're highly appreciated, sir. Thank you for finding time to be here. Then also, as I was acknowledging the past elders, I didn't see our very good friend who has been ported from us to HRO in ExxonMobil, now Seplat, Comrade Williams Umbok. We appreciate you. If you remember Umbok was the master of ceremony for the first 2 pearls that we had. He always, there to deliver, to support PENGASSAN. Thank you so much, sir. We have the immediate past president of ATSAN. The immediate past president of ATSAN is here seated, is the trustee of TUC, Comrade Jaja. You are highly appreciated, sir. Then we had Nupeng in the house as well, represented by the deputy president and the general secretary. But I think they said they will join us later this evening as well. They were here 2 days ago, they were here yesterday. We quite appreciate them. So, comrades, as we said, we are in the delegate conference mood, and tomorrow we will get into that, the private section. But today is just to say thank you to every one of us that has made this journey quite worthwhile in the last 6 years. Starting from all the past presidents of PENGASSAN, they were all there for us. I could see Comrade Peter Esele, who came in not quite long at all. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you so much. He has been with us, in the last 3 days. Comrade Peter Esele was president PENGASSAN 2006 to 2008, and also President General TUC between 2007 and 2013. We appreciate you. Thank you for all you do for humanity. So, comrades, we appreciate all our past presidents who have tremendously supported us. The support we've received from them in the last 6 years has been humbling. The support we've gotten from them, the advice, the nudges, it's been extremely incredible. We appreciate you all for your support. We appreciate you for the love for PENGASSAN, for the true love that you have exhibited before I came in, and also during our tenure at all. We appreciate you. Words are not enough for us to say thank you. All the former deputy president, starting from Mustafa Wali, he was always there advising us, reaching out to the NNPC, GEC, reaching out to us in national. We appreciate all the past deputy presidents of PENGASSAN, for your support, for your help when we call on you. You never shy away. Thank you so much. Then for the general secretaries, they've been administrators par excellence. We appreciate you for the support you've rendered to us in the last 6 years. To all the affiliate unions in Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, we appreciate you. For those that are here, we say thank you. For those that couldn't also make it here, we also say thank you. Because we know that in the last years, we have partnered, we have worked together like family. Then I will also thank all the former presidents of TUC. We were also relating with them closely in this journey. I remember when I came in as president of PENGASSAN, Comrade Quadri Olaleye was the president of TUC. From day one when I came on board, we collaborated, we worked together. Several of those meetings he was attending. If there was any affiliate he would carry it along, it was actually PENGASSAN. And I appreciate him for all that he has done for the trade union movement in Nigeria. To the General Secretary, we quite appreciate you. You've been there. Whenever it concerns PENGASSAN, you are always there. And you are a leader that leads from the front, not the leader that is behind and say, go forward, I am coming. But you are always there. When the job will mature, there's a name I always call him, let's go there. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To all presidents of respective affiliates, to all past presidents here seated, I thank you for the support that you've rendered to us in the last 6 years. Words are not enough for us to appreciate you. Therefore, all our leaders that are here in the house, a couple of them were invited because this journey started because of the trust that they reposed in us. This journey started because of the belief that they've had in us. A lot of former GEC chairmen came to our support. Some of them, as at then, they were serving, they were branch chairmen, they supported us from their heart. Comrade Victor Odo thank you so much for all that you have done for this movement. Whenever any branch come to us and tell us the successes that we've recorded in the last few years, immediately I remember those people that made it possible. If not for their love, if not for their genuine support, without requesting for anything, we would not have been where we are today in PENGASSAN. Comrade Victor Odo, thank you so much. You were then branch chairman of PENGASSAN in PHROC. You worked assiduously to ensure that this team emerged. We appreciate you. Next, Comrade Emia Okorie, in fact, he was grossly victimized. In fact, himself and Victor Odo, they were grossly victimized. There was nothing that they didn't do to them, but they stood firm to say this is the direction we want to go. We appreciate you. Comrade Igwe Billy is not here. Igwe Billy was the then chairman of NAPIMS. Igwe Billy was another comrade from the NNPC stock who said no, this is the direction we want PENGASSAN to go. We highly appreciate him, a very cerebral, a very committed comrade, a very vocal comrade. Please, our regards to Comrade Igwe Billy. Then across the respective sectors as well, from the service sector, the support was just enormous. Our elder, Comrade Ruben, was leading, was there to give us all the support. Comrade Mike Oshobuge was there. Comrade Victor Akinyemi is from the producer's talk. I didn't see you earlier. He was there, to work to ensure that we didn't just come on board, but when we came on board, gave the massive support from behind to ensure our stability. Comrade Ameke Gabriel was also phenomenal in the kind of support that was rendered. Then I will not forget Comrade Jude Ozenoa. Comrade Jude Ozenoa was a powerhouse. He was the then chairman of PENGASSAN in NLNG branch. Comrade Jude Ozenoa defied all odds, even when the outgoing president then was, this is the direction we are going. He said, no, I have assessed these candidates and I think this is the direction that we should go. At the end, he supported us. If not for those supports that we received, it could not have been that easy. Then for the folks from ExxonMobil, I appreciated them as well because they made the difference at the end as well. I appreciate you all. I use Comrade Tayo seated here today as a point of contact to all our comrades from ExxonMobil for the wonderful job that they did. And also, a lot of branches, I cannot be naming them one after the other, from the Regulators Forum, Comrade Owan Abua, he later became the Deputy President of PENGASSAN, but as at then, he was the branch chairman of DPRO, mobilized the entire DPRO to support us that we must bring about reforms, we must bring about change in PENGASSAN. I wouldn't forget to mention the role that was played by Comrade Frank Sanobi, who was then Deputy President of PENGASSAN, supporting us and mobilizing the entire Chevron branch behind us. If not for that singular act, it would have been difficult for us to be here today and bring about the visible changes and the visible reforms that we have seen in PENGASSAN. We really, really, really appreciate you. And also, a lot of other branches that are seated here. Sorry if I didn't call your branch, it doesn't mean that you weren't important, but in PENGASSAN we have over 150 branches. I will not also fail to mention my branch for the strong support, the urge, and everything they threw into it for us to get to where we got to during the elections and even thereafter. Then, not to talk about the role played by people like Bosun Olabi, the then branch chairman of Baker Hughes, who later became the National Auditor 2 of PENGASSAN, as well as the National Financial Secretary. Comrades, I appreciate every one of us. I appreciate every one of you. Yes, we got that level of support to come in. But after coming in, we had a lot of branch chairmen who stood firm. Today, we could proudly say that the organs of PENGASSAN were united. We could proudly say that from the CWC to the NEC and indeed the delegate conference, we are extremely united. This is This administration, during the last 6 years, we had calls to call for 3 special delegate conferences. In the 3 special delegate conferences that we call for, we have some fundamental changes to our constitution. And the fundamental changes we've had to our constitution, one of them is this event that we are holding today. PERS, it's now, it's an institutional reform. It's something that is part of our constitution today. So beyond this CWC, it will be a going concern. PENGASSAN Foundation is another institutional reform that we brought to bear. That we felt that no, we should develop a platform that we could reach out to the society. We should develop a platform where we could reach out for the less privileged. We feel that, or we believe that as oil and gas workers, Nigeria has given a lot to us. So we should be able to cascade part of the resources that we have. We should be able to take from our salaries and put it there, to put it in a fund that will support the less privileged. And today, I'm proud to tell you the wonderful work that PENGASSAN Foundation has been doing since its inception in 2024. Today, across the length and breadth of Nigeria, from building schools or renovating schools in Delta State to renovating schools and providing them with classroom equipment in FCT, to the renovation of school in Kebbi, also to providing braille for the blind in Rivers, to providing transformers for communities in Rivers State, and also providing cooking gas cylinders, a lot of cooking gas cylinders to communities in Kuje. I could go on and on and on. To paying hospital bills for lots of families or lots of people that were in the hospital who could not afford hospital bills. And as such, the hospital refused to let them go, that they are not charity organization, that they have to pay. But PENGASSAN intervened in several hospitals. PENGASSAN Foundation intervened and took care of these people. So PENGASSAN Foundation is here to stay. Is one of the institutional reforms that was brought to bear, and that would not have been possible if not the support of the NEC, if not for the support of the delegates. We appreciate you. We thank you for the trust that you've reposed in us. We thank you for the belief that you've had in us. And you also know clearly that this was also possible because of this great work done by the entire CWC and the NEC. You remember very well that in 2023, we had massive devaluation. When that devaluation came, PENGASSAN responded. I could say PENGASSAN is one of the first unions to respond to devaluation and restore the value of the devaluation to most of our members today. Across board today, these are delivered superlative increments.
This is Channels Television. You've been watching our live coverage of Day 3 of the PENGASSAN Energy and Labour Summit in Abuja, the nation's capital. This brings us to the end of the broadcast. Please stay tuned as we return to our other programming for the day.